All right, y'all. So, hi, my name is Coach Alba. I'm going to be leading your call today. It's the wake up call for y'all. I believe that it's super important that the first hours of your morning that you wake up intentional with some time to allow your mind to wake up, to absorb some good positive words, some stretching, some water. And then we do all our stuff, right? Let the world have us. But first thing in the morning, setting our intention, setting our mindset. My intention for this call today is for you to walk away with value and knowing some new information. So I do have some exciting news. Um, and also learning a little bit more about what your body needs and why your body needs it, okay? Sometimes we need to hear something 7 times in order to grasp it, not just hear it, but grasp it. So today we're going to be going over a little bit more in detail over macros, micros, calories, and then how to read labels. And then I have something new for you. Let me see if Michaela wants to join. Mm. So let's go ahead and get started with all this in affirmation for you. Okay, let's do this. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Penny. It's iPhone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Alrighty. Well, does anybody want to share their win any wins so far in this challenge? Naya, I think that's you. iPhone? Are you iPhone, Naya? Who's iPhone?
Monica.
Monica.
Me too.
Hi, Monica. No, you actually have your
Good
name on there,
morning.
Penny. Good morning. Okay, so who wants to share their win for this past month, this past week? Hi, baby. Your son. Be brave. Share
I'll
your.
share. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I was off mute. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I went to go unmute and I was already off mute. So I'll share a couple wins. So in this challenge, something that I've been focusing on is not focusing so much on the scale because it was like becoming like toxic for me. And stop, stop. So something that I've just been focusing on is just building, continue to build those habits, say no to things that don't serve me. My stomach has gone down a lot because I stopped eating wheat. Stop hurting each other, please. Okay. How about give me that, son, and then you and I can draw one. You want to draw? Let's draw one. Okay. Real quick. Okay, so I stopped eating, starting to because I started doing food journal. And I noticed that after eating certain things, I would feel awful. So I cut those things off and I feel better. I stopped looking at the scale and just started looking at my pictures. And as of recently, the scale started dropping. So I think that was super cool because now I feel like I can. I feel like I could relate to moms more now. Before I couldn't. And I'm excited for that because I can coach differently. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. So that's a big win for me.
Yay! Hi, Brenda. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So yes, good job, Sonia. I'm so proud of you. Ladies, that's one thing that I have not talked about is a food log. Basically just logging everything that you're eating. It's kind of like what you do with us. You send us your food and we kind of direct you and then you tell us things. But the fact that she's initially taking initiative and writing down, and then you get to see like, oh, I ate this yesterday and I feel bloated and I feel irritated. Like maybe this has something to do with it. Because sometimes we eat things that we're so used to that it's just been something that we've grown up with and we don't even recognize it because it's what we've been feeling our whole lives. But now we're older and we get to say, okay, well, that didn't work for my body or that doesn't work well. So I'm gonna tell you about my sister. My sister, she's grown up with eggs, jalapenos. Jalapenos are like chili peppers. She's grown up with what else can't she eat? She can't eat regular eggs, jalapenos. She has to watch out for onions. And so these are things that she was just eating in her diet. Like this was like a daily staples in her life, right? Well, one day she decided to get a blood test. And she was always like, I don't understand why I'm always so big. She's like, bloated. She's like, I am, and it's so hard for me. She's like, because I'm trying to eat better. I'm doing better. I'm drinking more water. She's like, but I can't get rid of this. And so one day she went and she got an allergy test and it showed her everything she was allergic to. And she's had to cut out a lot. It was a challenge, but now she sees her body, it's not bloated. She feels comfortable in her skin. So just know like these are things that can happen. Okay. So a food log. Thank you, Sonia. Would anybody else be open? Oh my gosh. You guys with babies is it's so cute. So I just have to say that Brenda and Sonia have been on this journey with us for a very, very, very long time. To see them with kids now, it's just like my heart's just like wow, like it's really crazy. Um, okay, so I would love one more person to share their win for this past week, this past month.
I guess I can go. Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can, Jen.
Hi, good morning, everybody. So this in July, I lost 2.8 pounds.
Woo!
And honestly, I think I sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
Sonia.
Sonia, just like Sonia, like I think rice makes me bloated, and I feel like it just it just reacts to my body. So I've been adding other carbs to my diet instead of rice. And just what I've been doing is just kind of keep moving, every day. It doesn't matter, just kind of move. Um and I think that's how I've lost that weight this past week.
All right, Jen, I'm super proud of you. I can't believe you were running on the beach. That was I turn around and then I look back and I'm all, holy cow, Jen's way up there. I'm super
I
proud.
tried. I know, right? Like, yeah, I thought it was a lot easier actually. As long as the sand was compacted, it was easier to run than walk. I felt like so. Whoever's gonna go on that walk, they should try it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is very nice walking on the beach with the lady. So yeah, Jen has been doing amazing. And may I share your age, Jen?
Yeah, of course. I'm 51.
So Jen is 51 years old, guys, and she goes to fit camp and she freaking busts her butt. She makes the moves. And she didn't start off like that, but
No,
slowly but surely taking care of her body, being active on her own, right? It's not just what we do. It's not just what you do in front of the coaches. It's what you do outside, right? It's the life that you create. She was running. I was like, I am not running on this beach. They're trying to run in the sand in New Mexico. No, thank you. Or in white sand. It's like trying to run in white sand. That's just not, it's not happening.
yeah. Yeah, and I've been doing this for 3 months now, and my body is just changing. I feel stronger, and Sonia is right. Like, you don't look at the scale, you look more of like how your body is changing, and I feel my body is changing. And and I do have like a lot of diet restriction myself too. So it's really hard to, to kind of eat things that are sensitive to me. Um, and but then I've been focusing like on the fitness on my part, and of course the nutrition, but my fitness, because I used to have so many aches and pains, like just the old age aches and pains. Don't ever get to 51. But now I just feel like so different. My energy's better. Everything's just so much better. Yeah, you feel the aches and pains of the workout, but then it's because you're working out. It's not, oh God, my knee hurt because, my arthritis is acting up, or, this and that. um, but I just feel different about my body, and about myself, altogether.
Yes, I'm so proud of you, Jen. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So, Jen, I am gonna live until 110. I'm just saying. So,
You
so when
go,
I
girl.
started, when I started Herbalife, when I started my program, I used to tell Latoya, I said, I'm never getting old. And she'd be like, what? I'm all, because I'm on Herbalife. Like, I'm gonna take care of myself. So I'm never gonna get old. And I still feel that way. Like, I don't know. I feel good. I feel better than when I was 25. Just put it that way. And I love it. I feel I want to live intentionally knowing what I'm putting in my body. So thank you ladies for sharing. Let's get this started. I appreciate you. Screens, let's do this one. Share, and here we go. Okay. So let's talk macros and micros, okay? Oh, where'd it go? Can you guys still see it or no? No, you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, there it
It's,
is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alrighty. Can you guys see the WDT 21 Day Challenge? Welcome to week 3.
yes. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So here we go. Okay. You can take screenshots if you'd like of the flyers that are posted. I'm trying to keep this as simple and as basic as possible. Okay. Macros and micros. Okay. What are macros? Okay. Macros are simple, essential. They're your fuel. These are the things that are going to give you energy. Macros, short for macronutrients, are the 3 main nutrients your body needs to function, feel good, and reach your goals. So we have protein, okay? Protein builds and repairs, helps build muscle, repair tissue, and keeps you full. So some examples are chicken, salmon, Greek yogurt, black beans, and eggs, okay? And a lot of people are using cottage cheese as a protein. And you know what? I was comparing it to Greek yogurt. It's not something that I would eat as like a meal, but maybe as a snack, or let's say like late at night, you're feeling really hungry and you don't know what to eat, and you've already had your 2 shakes and you've had your meals. Greek yogurt or cottage cheese would be awesome when you stick to the portion size. And we'll talk about portion size later, okay? And then tuna. Tuna packets, cans of tuna are super awesome to have on hand. You just can mix it up with some lemon, some whatever herbs you use in your tuna. Try to stay away from mayonnaise, okay? Some avocado. So we're talking about avocado. So we have our protein, and then we have our fats. Support and protect. Support hormones, brain health, and keeps you satisfied. So some examples are avocados, nuts. Nuts are they're really good for you, but only the portion amount. Okay, so usually the portion amount that you eat for nuts is about a handful. It's about like 10 nuts. Okay. If that. It's just a handful, or else you're gonna go over your fats. Um, and with time, so we're not talking about just one portion. We're talking about like making habits. Remember, we're making habits. Everything that you do is creating a habit. It's creating a signal to your brain like, oh, we like this. Let's continue doing this. But you can continue doing something and then overdo it, right? You can still gain weight eating the healthy protein, fats, and carbs. So that's why we want to stick to the portion size. Then we have the nut butter, which is like almond butter, peanut butter, cashew butter. These also are important to keep in mind to watch your portion size. You have olive oil for your healthy fats. I cook with olive oil and chia seeds. Chia seeds are so awesome as long as you stick with the portion size. You put them in some water. You can just drink them if you want. They're a great source of fiber, um, and they really help out with your digestive system. And let's go into carbs, okay? Never, ever, ever. If anybody ever tells you stop eating carbs, tell them no, thank you, okay? Carbs are essential. They actually create food for energy for our body, okay? So it's our body's main source of energy for workouts and daily life, meaning getting up and walking around, going to the grocery store, picking up your kid, walking, playing with your kid, working out. These things, these three provide the energy, the strength that you need to just feel okay. Okay. So you can have oatmeal for your carbs, sweet potatoes, brown rice, bananas, fruits, and vegetables are a great source of carb. Okay. The bottom line, eating the right balance of protein, fats, and carbs helps your body, excuse me, look, feel, and perform at its best. Okay? Fuel your body, love yourself, balance is key, consistency is power. So, in these areas, okay, you also do have other things that you can stick in there that aren't really so helpful, like the processed foods. A lot of people will go ahead and eat like they think like the veggie fries or a portion of potato chips can be their carbs. Believe me, I was that girl. Cheese, right? Some people use cheese as a protein. And it's it's not that it's bad, but if you have a goal, we're trying to make sure that you feel full, that your body can actually use it as a source of energy, and you're not just filling in the blocks, but you're actually eating to support your goals. So I'm going to skip forward just a little bit. So this is what we call volume foods, okay? So there's lots of different carbs and there's lots of different fats and there's lots of different things that people eat. What we want to focus on are foods that are jam-packed with nutrition, and you can eat a lot of it and have little calorie. Okay, calories are what our body uses to fuel us up. Okay, the power of volume, you can eat so much more, feel fuller and satisfied, not irritable, not tired. Your body doesn't burn through it quickly because you can have some popcorn or you can have potato chips. And of popcorn, you can have a little bit more, okay, portion size. But with potato chips, you can have a little less if it's something that you're craving, right? Because there's a lot of my clients that crave like salty things, crunchy things, and that's when I'll be like, okay, like let's talk about what's better than, right? Not so like don't eat that, but what's better than? What's a better snack or food that can support your goal? Talking about like some people will eat let me think. What do people like to eat? Oh, they like to eat like rice. Rice is not bad, okay? But you can actually have more potatoes than you can rice. And potatoes have more nutrients in it, which are your micros, which we're going to go into next, that help you feel fuller longer and more satisfied. So not just about fitting in the blocks. It's about also understanding what is inside this food that's actually going to help me. So then we're going to go into micros, okay? Small nutrients, big impact. Micros, short for micronutrients. You guys can take pictures of these, okay? Are vitamins and minerals your body needs in small amounts to work, heal, and thrive. Okay, support your immune system, give you energy, help your brain focus and mood, build strong bones, keep your skin, hair, and nails healthy. So where to get them? Where do we get these micros from? We get them from our vegetables, our fats, like our minerals, our herbs, our antioxidants come from our fruits, phytonutrients come up from our vegetables, and water. We need water, y'all. Like that's one of the most basic things that we can get. Fruits and vegetables sometimes are hard if especially if it hasn't been part of your diet. Like for example, I grew up off of protein, carbs, which is like tortillas, yeah, a lot of tortillas and bread. And then beans was a big part of my life and rice. Those were the four things that I basically would eat. Some sort of protein, tortillas, right? That's a carb. Um, Rice, which is a carb, and beans, which is a carb. I rarely had any vegetables in there because I grew up thinking like that's what we eat. That's just what we eat. I kind of missed it along the way. And it wasn't until I started my health journey that I started adding it a little bit here and there. I added in some cabbage and some tomatoes, and I cut them up and I make a salad, and I put some lemon on there and a little bit of salt, and it was so delicious. And then now I love to eat carrots. I'll shred carrots, a lot of carrots. I'll make it like my main vegetable, and I'll put a little bit of lemon, a little bit of salt, and I'll just eat it like that. And a lot of people like to ferment it kind of like kimchi, and they'll add I don't know what they add, but it looks really good. I want to try it. So, uh, you can find them in fruits and vegetables, especially colorful ones. They help your body grow, heal, and stay strong. You can find these micronutrients, which are your minerals in nuts, seeds, whole grains, and leafy greens, antioxidants in berries, dark chocolate, green tea, colorful foods. When I say dark chocolate, don't go crazy, okay? Micronutrients, herbs, spices, beans, onions, garlics, and veggies, and water is found in fresh fruits. So you can get your electrolytes from fresh fruits, but you also all know that you can get it from your CR7 and your veggies and your herbal teas. So the bottom line is micros may be small, but they do big things for your body and your results. Eat colorful, stay hydrated, feel amazing. Part of this, it helps nourish your so we talked about this last time. I should have put it in here too. Your microbiome, right? Your gut, your digestion system. If you're not feeding your body the proper nutrition, especially for your gut, it gets hard for your body to break down things, but to also absorb the food that you're putting into your body, the nutrition. We already went over this. So macro and micro. Does anybody have any questions on this? Please take yourself off mute. If you do, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, let's move on. So, reading labels, okay? Reading labels are so important, especially when you're on a health journey. Why? Because we can buy things that say they're good for us, they have fiber, they have nutrients, but then we overdo the amount that we eat. Okay? So we have this beautiful bag of chips, the example. Food labels give us important information to help us make smart choices. So at the top, you see nutrient facts and then you see serving size. This tells you the amount of food the nutrition information is based on. So if it says a cup, it's a cup. If it says 1 ounce here, 15 chips, then it's 15 chips. Okay. And then it'll also tell you how many servings are in your bag. Okay, calories. So calories shows you how many calories you get in one serving. Here it's 140. So remember, calories are important for the fuel in your body, but overdoing calories is what keeps us stuck or keeps us gaining weight. Okay. Um, the nutrients. So then it breaks down the nutrients in the food or the product that you have. Tells you how much of each nutrient is in one serving, like fat, sodium, carbs, fiber, etc. Then we have the percentage of the daily value. Shows us how much a nutrient in one serving contributes to your daily diet. So you have a daily diet, right? So this is going to tell you this is 5% of what you should be eating in a day, 7% of what you should be eating in a day. Use 5% or less is low. Use 20% or more is a very high number. So you're already with this serving size. Remember, we're not referring to the whole bag. It's only simply talking about the serving size. So in these 15 chips, if it says 20%, if it did say 20%, that's a lot for only 15 chips. Does that make sense? Because if you have breakfast and then you have lunch and all you have left is dinner, majority of people are really hungry by the time it's dinner time. So you're probably already going to pass what your body essentially needs and can use and source of energy. Then we have vitamins and minerals, shows how much of a certain vitamin and mineral are in one serving. Remember, everything shows you what's in that one serving, okay? When you're at the shop, compare labels when you shop. Choose foods that are lower in saturated fat. Okay, remember this, lower in saturated fat, lower in sodium, and lower in added sugars, and higher in fiber and nutrition. So what I was shown is like try to stay out from the middle aisles and go around the store because that's usually where you'll find like your vegetables, your fruits, your proteins, your dairy if you're a dairy person. But definitely important to understand how to read this. Okay. So right here, 15 chips, 140 calories. Not bad, okay, if you're having a craving, but also think about you could have a lot more this is not going to get you full. It may satisfy a craving, but it's not going to get you full. It's not going to give you the nutrition that you need to help sustain you throughout the day. So making this a habit of eating chips is not really a sustainable, healthy habit. All right, and here's the big news, okay? I wanted to share this with you guys because I'm super excited for this. So this is one of our newest products. It is called Bionic, okay? Bionic is a formula, it's a personalized wellness. It's made really simple. Bionic Go is the entry point into personalized supplementation. No blood test required. There will be one. It's coming up where we will be able to take a blood test and it will actually be able to specify specifically what we need. Well, for this, we start off with a wellness assessment that takes into account basic information and your top 2 wellness goals, okay? So for me, I did mine and mine was based off of muscle and cognitive, okay? And then it personalizes it for you. Bionic uses your data to recommend one of the 40 personalized granule formulas for up to 23 nutrients, okay? Your wellness, your way, a simple, accessible way for anyone to begin their personalized wellness journey. Personalized, convenient, powerful, Bionic Go is more than a supplement. It's your personalized daily advantage. So what I really am excited about Bionic is how it's going to target more of what I am wanting, right? More of what, instead of having this product and this over here and that over there, I highly recommended it to one of my mamas because one nutrition plan does not fit all, right? especially for one of my mamas. She's military, which means she's highly active, always burning calories. She's always on the go. She's breastfeeding her baby. She's pumping. And she's also living a life and being a girl, right? So there are things that she wants to target, but there's also nutrition that her body needs. So she has this opportunity to now target more of what she wants to focus on and by going through the bionic. So definitely it is a free assessment. If you are interested, I'm going to post the link inside of the 20. Well, I'm gonna send it to you guys individually because um different coaches have different links. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you guys individually and you guys can take a look at it. But besides all that, I know that was a lot of information to take in, but here's the thing that I want you to walk away with, okay? Being more conscious about what you put in your mouth, okay? Really think about the three major macros that I talked about: carbs, protein, and healthy fats. I said healthy fats, okay? So when you're eating a carb, I want you to think, is this going to give nutrition to my body? Is this providing fiber? Is this providing those micros that my coach was talking about? Is this going to help me in a healthy way, give me energy? Fruits, vegetables, potatoes, okay? Sweet potatoes. And then when it comes to healthy fats, remembering that sometimes healthy fats can taste good, okay? But it's important to understand that we only need a little bit of healthy fats in our food, okay? Drizzling some olive oil, cooking with olive oil. If you like that peanut butter, sticking to the portion size, and then our protein, okay? This is the one where I struggle a lot with my people because they will show me a picture of 3 chicken strips and call it their protein. And I'm like, yes, you are right, that is protein. But we also have to think about how it was cooked, okay? And what's on it, which is the breading, right? And what you're eating is a lot of saturated fat when things are fried. And that doesn't fall within the healthy fats, okay? So just remember that even when you're eating potatoes, I'm not talking about fried potatoes and French fries. I'm talking about a potato that you cook in your air fryer or you cook in the oven. Something that it's leaning more towards more of a natural, like leaving it in its own element. Um, but definitely those are the things that I want you to walk away with, okay? Macros, okay, your carbs, your protein, and your fats. Picture that on your plate, okay? Those are the things that you need for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Period. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And what I love is we get that a lot in our shake. Okay, we get all of that in our shake, okay? Plus the fiber, and I didn't go into that. Our fiber, our probiotics, which is super important to our diet as well. So walk away understanding that you are responsible for what you put in your mouth, period. Coaches are simply here to help guide and help support. But what is done behind closed doors is really all up to you. And as a team, as people that we come together and as a community, the more that we do behind closed doors, the more we have to bring to the energy of this community. Meaning we have more knowledge and we have more support and we have more more advice to give, more love to give. Because when we're behind closed doors and we're not keeping our word to what we said what we wanted as a goal, meaning respecting what we said, like we're gonna eat healthier, we're gonna drink more water, we're gonna be active, then it's hard to show up. Okay. And when you don't show up, it's people notice it. And then people start to worry. And then people kind of start falling into their own excuses. Well, if she didn't do it, I couldn't do it. And you're not responsible for that. But as a team, as someone that we come together and we do this together, you do have a big role and you do have a big part and you do matter. So I just want to say thank you for being on this call. Lots of love. We are ending this last week, okay? So for this next week, let's just give it our all, okay? 1 week, 1 day at a time. I'm here to answer any of your questions. I'm definitely here for support. So I hope that helped, and I hope you learned something today, and I hope you apply it to your life. So lots of love. Y'all have a good day.
Amazing call. Thank you. Love you
Bye.
guys.
Thank
Love you,
you. Bye.
ladies.
Thank
Thank
you, Alba.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.